Oh snap, -5 at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty cold. You guys want to see a really cool piece of flint that I dragged out of the woods? Yeah, it's going to be exciting, so stay tuned. Okay, here's what I believe to be some flint or chert. It's a big giant nodule. It's pretty big, right? There's my hand, so you can tell it's good size. I haven't weighed it, but it's pretty substantial. Now, I'm a guy who spent my entire life working outdoors. I also recreate outdoors for fun and entertainment. Pretty much, I do everything outdoors. But the one thing I don't like to do outdoors is to make it more complicated than is necessary. Let's just take survival, for instance. While I do carry survival gear for an emergency situation where I got to stay out overnight, I much prefer a Bic lighter and a ferro rod backup to any kind of primitive fire starting. I mean, I think those skills are probably good to know, but I don't practice them. I'm not a bushcrafter. I'd rather sleep in a tent than in some kind of debris shelter. I use a regular down sleeping bag or a synthetic sleeping bag, depending on how cold it is, rather than a wool blanket. Like, I'm not trying to be Lewis and Clark, okay? Now, that said, because I have too much gear and there's nothing really new that I need or want, I recently, as in last fall, purchased some flint and steel kits. But of course, this is kind of a small piece of flint, and what else can I use while I practice making embers out of charred material? And now around here, there's a lot of quartz, and I have some good quartz. You can definitely use that. You can purchase commercial flint. That's cool. But for the most part, the Northeast and North America in general is not known for flint or quality flint. But I know Indians around here, the Lenape Indians, used to make arrowheads. Other Indians too, obviously Mohawks, whatever. And so I've been trying to keep an eye out for like flint. I've talked to people who hike and hunt in my area, and they say every once in a while you'll find like a little outcropping of stuff. I was out hiking a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I just happened to stop to take a pee or whatever, and 30 feet off the trail I see this big black rock. I'm like, wow, I wonder what that is. And I go over there and I look, and it's this. And at the time, I was on a loop hike, but my truck was parked too far away for me to reasonably carry this out of the woods. And I went back right before Christmas and humped this out about a half a mile. So pretty impressive as far as that goes, And what's so cool about this, now look, obviously I'm not great at this, so let's see if we can. That'll throw sparks, right? This obviously throws really great sparks, so I definitely think it's some kind of flint or chert. But what's so cool about it, besides pretty much having a lifetime supply of it, is you can see, like, what do they call that? Concordial fracturing. Like, you can see like a piece has been chipped out of here that's been worked, out of here, out of here, out of here. So this is something probably that, an early settler to the Delaware Valley up where I live was using to get flint, or, the Lenape Indians, which are indigenous around here, among other tribes, I guess, but it's mainly Lenape Indians. But anyway, regardless, somebody was using this to make arrowheads or, other tools. I think that's really cool, and then I'm going to get to use it now, and it's pretty neat. I was talking with a fellow forum member this morning, and I mentioned that of all the stuff I got for Christmas, this was probably the coolest Christmas present, thanks to Mother Nature. I don't know if you guys believe in synchronicity, the concept of meaningful coincidence, but for me to stop where I did and just happen to see this, I think it was meant to be. I love my rock. All right. Hope that wasn't too boring. It's really, this video is just really made for my invisible friends over at the Everyday Carry community. And that's it. If you manage to find this some other way and we're looking for flint, I'm not really an expert on flint, but I hope you found it entertaining. Yeah, you can just keep an eye out for stuff like this. You never know what you're going to find. Thanks for watching, guys.